Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Damned Paradise. I'm your storyteller, Scott. Joining me once again, we have Brittany as Cass,
Hi.
James as Gareth,
Hi there.
Emmy as Bryn,
Hi.
and Josh as Jasper.
Evening, everybody.
We hope that you are all prepared for a wonderful evening of scary storytelling, some probably disgusting descriptions, but all in all, a fantastic adventure, and hoping that we can get through this without any of our wonderful survivors dying. Before we get going, a really quick announcement. If you are new here and this is your first time watching, please be sure to join us after the show during our post-show hangout, where you, as the audience, get to nominate the characters to receive a point of experience. Be on the lookout for any heroic actions that our players might be taking during tonight's session, and at the post-show hangout, you can nominate them for an extra point of experience so they can learn and they can get stronger and they can continue to survive here on Isla Palma. That's pretty much it that I've got. So, with that, players, are you ready for tonight's episode?
No.
Okay.
I
If we have
purposefully
to.
did not think about this at all today, so.
So, with that,
My teddy bear's over there.
when last we met our survivors, you had bested one of these strange shadowy hounds that you had encountered in the red power station on the other side of the island, and actually able to take it down through some well placed shot from Cass and some good avoidance and a clobber to the head from Gareth. You discovered that these beings are not what they appear to be. And as they continued to fight on with a bullet to the head, as soon as the lights were turned on here in the station, the body began to dissolve and fade into nothingness. Having successfully restored power to the island, you decided that it was time indeed for you to figure out what in the world was on that hard drive and get a hold of an active computer, thinking that the best case for that would be back at the hotel. You returned, took the elevators to the top floor, the penthouse, which, along with every other room in the hotel, was perfectly kept and ready for a guest. Looking about, there were beverages in the refrigerator, a beautiful view of the island, and you indeed found a working computer in the office. But aside from the computer, you also found a key reader that allowed you to program a master security card on this island. Having looked over what you found, it appeared as though there was information regarding financial statements and some emails from a Harvey Thomas and a Ross Hallwell that looked as though things were not, there may have been a little trouble in Paradise, and something was going on with their third investor. Thinking that, well, you might actually have the first night to relax and have a wonderful evening in a hotel, with the lights beginning to flicker, and Bryn's sixth sense beginning to go off, you decided it was best for you to leave. Fortunately, as you went down, the elevator stopped on the next floor down, and the walls began to peel away, revealing rust and blood and decay. And exiting the hotel, or exiting the elevator, you turned down the hallway to see the large, distorted form of who Jasper recognized as Harrison Kendall. With that, What would you like to do?
The fuck is that?
Run.
Run!
And I'm going to run towards where I think stairs would be.
All right. As
In the
you
opposite direction.
turn to run, can I get everybody to roll initiative for me, please?
Oh, God.
All right.
Oh boy.
That's just
Okay.
1d10, right?
1d10 and add your initiative
It's
modifier.
so long since we needed to roll it. Oh, fuck. Okay.
That's pretty good.
All right. It's
Okay.
not terrible.
Cass. What was your
I have
initiative?
I have a 9.
A 9, okay. Gareth?
12.
12 for Gareth, okay. Bryn?
16.
Okay. And
I
Jasper?
rolled well.
13.
13. And okay, so Bryn, you are actually up first.
Oh, good. I'm going to assume that, I mean, we poked around here a bit. We saw somewhere the stairs were. I'm assuming they're on the corners of the building. Is that correct?
Yes, you do recall there are a set of stairs behind this figure, but behind Kendall at the far end heading down, and there's also another set heading behind you.
Oh, good. Those ones. Those
Okay.
ones, please. What I would like to do is I would like to head to the stairwell. Can I see it from where I am?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. Does it have a door?
It does not. It is an open stairwell leading from here straight down.
Okay. Damn. I was really hoping for a door. Okay. I'm gonna go down it.
All right, Bryn rushing towards the stairs, and in that instance, you can see this figure beginning to move towards you. His long legs taking abnormally long strides. But as he moves, his head remains at the same level, and you just hear echoing throughout the hall. Payment. As he begins
Alright.
to glide towards you.
Can I, as a free action, shout something to people?
Sure.
Get down any stairs you can. It doesn't have to be this one. Just any stairs. My speed is 9, for reference.
Speed is
If
9.
you need it. Sorry.
Okay. Bringing us to Jasper.
How far off is this figure?
He is not terribly far. About halfway between you and the far hallway, so probably about 10 yards.
All right, I'm gonna stay facing towards him, and I'm gonna put my hands in the air, say, "Easy now, Mr. Kendall. You ain't looking yourself. It's your friend, Dr. Caldwell. Take it easy. Let's figure out what's going on." I'll slowly back away, but I'm keeping my eyes on him.
Okay, slowly backing away. Jasper, would you give me a manipulation and persuasion roll for me, please?
All right.
And this will be contested, so I need to know how many successes you get.
I am gonna pump in another point of willpower here, as I'm doing everything in my power to keep my heart steady.
Okay.
So that's 6 die. Two successes.
Okay. Oh, wow. You see Jasper as he is just gliding towards you, step after step. He hears your voice, and his head tilts and turns, and he begins to face down It actually stops moving for a second. Gareth, what would you like to do?
As I start to turn and run, I am going to, with a great deal of willpower, remain in the sort of initial exit area of the elevators and look at Jasper and what he's doing, and just as much as I am in the pose to run away, like, Doctor, what are you doing? This is insane! Come with me! Run! Run now! And I'm just gonna hold in place. I want to be able to see Jasper, but I'm also, like, turning momentarily to see where my other friends have run, or
Okay.
are about to run.
And really quick, Jasper and Gareth, what are both of your speeds?
9.
10.
Okay. Okay, Cass, what would you like to do?
If I remember correctly, I'm still with the boys. And when we had opened the elevator, originally I had my gun out.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna aim it at this creepy ass figure, and I'm right behind the two boys. And guys, we need to get out of here. I don't think this is good. And I'm slowly backing away, but I'm keeping my gun trained on the creepy figure.
Okay, I will count that as a turn of aiming. All right, back to you, Bryn.
Oh, my speed is 10.
Okay, so I don't hear my friends behind me at this point, correct?
You do not.
Okay.
Presumably they at least hear me yelling.
Yeah. Do I, storyteller?
Yes.
Okay. All right. I hear that they're waiting behind, so I'm not going to get too far ahead of them, but I'm aware that I'm not a super fast runner. So, looking around at the stairwell, is there anything I can use to impede his path? I'm trying to Dead by Daylight this and throw some stuff down.
There's nothing. It is perfect. Well, aside from now the decay and destruction that is around, there is no actual damage to the building. It is just unkempt.
Okay. Knowing I'm not the fastest, have I reached another floor yet?
You have gotten to the stairs themselves.
I've gotten to the stairs themselves. I don't want to abandon my friends, but I'm not fast enough to outrun this guy if he's running faster than me. I'm going to go down the stairs.
All right, heading down the stairs. You are now down to you're on the 3rd floor now.
Okay, I want to open the door. Does it look normal?
There is no door to open, so this is an open
Oh.
stairwell. So as you go down, you are in the hallway, and
Does it look normal?
It does not. It looks decayed. Things are broken, and you can see clear trails of blood and some decayed remains in the hall.
Okay. I'm assuming that's as far as I can go.
That's about
Do I
it.
have
Yeah.
anything left I can do? Okay. So do I have any actions left, or is that just?
I mean, that's your movement.
never mind,
If
it's
you
the
want to,
movement.
yeah.
I don't want to go too much further without knowing what's happening with my friends. So I would like to try to hide behind
Okay.
something until I hear them come.
Looking about, there's not really anything to hide behind. There's not. You can attempt to go into one of the other rooms, maybe.
I want to listen for them. Okay, I would like to hold an action for if I hear my friends start to come down the stairs. I'd like to continue to take my action to continue to run. Can I do
Okay,
that?
Sure. Yeah. I'll
Okay,
I'll
and in
allow
that, if I don't hear them, then that's that. Or
Okay.
if I hear my friends coming down, or if I hear the guy, more specifically, if I hear someone coming down the stairs, I'd like to run.
it. Okay.
Okay.
Bringing us to Kendall. Again, his head is racking side to side, and there is a sudden moment of stillness. And he doesn't move, but he brings one arm up. And Cass, I need you to make a resolve and composure roll for me, please.
Two successes.
Okay. With your gun trained on the figure, his arm comes up, and you can again see the long, spindly, almost knife-like claws at the end of these once human fingers. And he twists his palm to the ground, and you can feel sudden pressure on your arm as your gun, your aim breaks. And you can feel it being drawn and being pulled to aim towards Jasper. Cass, I need you to make a ranged attack as you pull the trigger.
Wait, do a what?
I need you to shoot your gun at Jasper.
Oh god.
Is there anything else I can do?
There is not.
Okay.
All whammies, all whammies, all whammies.
So what do I roll? I'm very I don't
So
wanna
this will
do
be
it.
dexterity and firearms plus the lethality of the weapon.
This is a lie.
We love you, Brittany.
No successes.
Okay. Jasper, hearing the shaking and a sudden heavy breathing of panic, you look over, and in a split second, Cass, you are able to move your arm slightly out of the way as Jasper, you throw yourself back against the wall as the shot goes wide, and you hear it ting, ping against the metal of the elevator door. Again, he looks up, and you can see, actually, for anyone looking at him, could you please give me a composure and an empathy check as you look into this face?
Composure and empathy.
One success.
One success.
I got 0.
0?
2 successes.
2 successes. Gareth and Jasper, you both see, though a human face and intelligence, there is more animal that is left in there. You see very little humanity. With that, Jasper, you are up. What would you like to do?
Doesn't have to be like this, Kendall. Your partner's dead. Wasn't that payment enough? I'm gonna keep backing up slowly. But I'm not
Okay.
taking my eyes off of him. I'm not sprinting. And I'm gonna, as I pass Cass, I'm gonna look at her and be like, what the fuck?
I didn't do it.
Okay. Jasper, go ahead and give me another manipulation and persuasion check.
Oh, 2 10 again. One more 10 again. That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. This time, as he looks straight at you, there is no turning, there is no recognition. You can see a smile curl onto his face as he begins to step forward. He isn't able to move right now, but it doesn't look as though you have halted him as your last words did. I'll say, with this, Jasper, you're about halfway to the stairwell as you've been slowly backing up. Gareth, what would you like to do? And Cass, you're up next.
Oh, holy shit. Okay, so, did I register... Okay, so I have a couple of questions before I state what I'm actually going to do. Did I register anything about, Cass's, decision to try and shoot at Jasper?
I will say, give me a intelligence and I will say your choice of intelligence and occult, or intelligence and empathy.
All right. One success.
One success. Yeah, it looked as though Cass was not in control of herself, and clearly, as he reached out, something happened there.
Okay, so as I continue backing up, I'm going to, whereabouts is Cass's gun positioned?
At this point, she has it in her hand. It's not really aiming anywhere, as she's just fired it off at Jasper.
Alright, just reacting out of instinct. I'm gonna try and, like, not grab the gun, but grab Cass's wrist and just, like, slam it against the wall. So, like, you cannot aim this weapon now.
Okay. Yeah, I'll say give me a strength and an athletics on that. And Cass, if you want to allow this to happen, it can just straight up happen. If you don't want this to happen, we can contest this.
I think in the moment I'm still in shock that happened.
Okay.
Because I wasn't in control of my body, so I don't think I would have thought that.
Okay.
I rolled one success.
One success. You have shoved the gun up against the wall. Yeah, not going anywhere.
Okay. And, okay, so that's like the main thing I've done. There's a couple of other things that I'd like to try and do. Obviously, tell me if it's too much to do in one turn.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to yell something at the good doctor,
mm-hmm.
and draw something from my pocket.
Yeah, I'll allow all that.
All right. So as I draw the syringe that I found with us when we first woke up and hold it as a tiny, tiny spear, like in a sort of overhand thrusting motion, I yell at the doctor, just, "What the fuck are you doing? Get back here! Run!" And that's it.
Okay. Cass, you are up. Bryn, you're after that.
I have a question. I remember at the end of last time you said that I recognized this person.
Yes. You recognize the face. It has... It doesn't look the same as you last saw it.
And I'm assuming this is a person from my past.
You recognize this face...
Or the face, yeah.
Yeah, as a shadow of the gentleman who was at the docks.
So my hand and my gun have just been slammed into a wall. I'm gonna turn to, I'm gonna turn and say, "It wasn't me." I'm gonna drop, cause I'm assuming Gareth still has his hand on the gun.
He does,
yeah?
yes.
So I'm gonna take my hand away. I'm gonna grab my knife. I'm gonna turn to the thing and say, "You are not fucking with me today." And I'm gonna run and go towards him and attack.
Okay. Yeah, with your speed, I'll say you're getting towards him. You aren't quite able to reach him, but you will likely meet him soon. If you want to hold your attack until you're able to connect, we can let that happen.
Yeah. I don't like being messed with.
Okay. Okay. Bryn.
Okay. At this point, it's been a few seconds, and I still don't hear my fucking friends coming down the stairway. So I'd like to take out the walkie-talkie.
Okay.
And I'm going to... at this point, I'm assuming that they're either dead or they're not hiding or something, so I'm just going to shout in it and yell, "The fucking what are you doing? Get down the stairs! Are you down the stairs? Are you down the other set of stairs? Where are you? Come down the stairs!"
Okay.
I'd like to start looking around. You said there is some broken wreckage of like furniture and side tables and chairs with pretty vases on them, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd like to pull what I can towards the landing or the stairwell. So after my friends run by, I can kick stuff onto the stairs and maybe cause them to take a second or at the very least have to step over something.
Okay, absolutely. So as Bryn, you collect debris and get ready to pile it up. All right. So, as the figure continues to walk toward Cass, you rushing towards Kendall. He now able to move again, stepping forwards, outstretches both of his arms, and the diameter of his reach is able to, he scratches his fingers along both sides of the hallway of the room. There's a soft, just tearing sound. And again, he looks and he speaks. Yes. Come to me. Payment. And he rushes towards you, meeting you. As that is happening, you can go ahead and make your attack. So this is going to be your weaponry, your strength, and plus the lethal of the weapon itself. It will be...
And it's also my specialty.
Oh, and it's also your specialty. It will be at a -2 because of his defense.
Three successes.
Ooh. 3 success. Okay. 3 successes as you cut into the side. You actually catch him across the his open bare chest, and you can see the cutting into muscle and tissue, and actual blood beginning to pour. 3 lethal damage right off the bat. And
I'm
he
pissed.
is going to cut at you with his claws. What is your defense?
Defense is 3, and I do have my coat.
You do have your coat.
well.
Okay.
Which is 1 armor.
Okay. So with that, he brings one arm right across you, and you are able to leap back, but unfortunately a little bit of your cheek gets caught, and there's a gash that cuts across, and you take 1 point of lethal damage. Cutting at you, he then looks down at the wound that you gave him. He takes a deep breath in. And you can see that though it is continuing to bleed, the wound begins to slowly stitch itself back together as blackened thread comes out from his body and actually sewing it back in place. You can see that he has been cut, but he's now been healed in some fashion. And that is then going to bring us to Jasper. What would you like to do?
Am I still close to Garrett?
Yeah, you and Gareth are about at the same distance.
And when Cass left, did the gun fall to the ground, or is Gareth now holding it?
Gareth is holding it up against the wall.
All right. I will grab the gun.
Okay, going to reach for the gun to take it. Gareth, are you allowing that?
I suppose I'm surprised by it, but I'm not going to try and stop him.
Okay.
You were right after all, Gareth, but might be too late to run now. We gotta get Cass out of there. I'm gonna take a shot off at the guy, at Kendall.
All right, taking a shot off at Kendall.
So that's dexterity plus firearms?
Yes, so that'll be dexterity plus firearms plus, I believe, 2 dice because of the lethality of the weapon.
3 success.
3 successes. Okay. You take a shot off, and you can see your aim is true. As it comes towards him, he looks up, and his eyes roll back in his head for a split second, and he becomes there but somewhat incorporeal as the bullet shatters, similar to the wolf that you had seen, part of its body evaporating, but then reforming, but he is staying in this form. Okay.
How far away is he in Cass now?
But from you and Cass, you've been backing up, is about... call it about 12 yards from where you are.
So I couldn't quite make it. Oh boy. And you said I'm like halfway to the stairs. Can I make it to the stairs on this round?
You could make it to the stairs from this round, yes.
Alright, I'm gonna shout down the hallway. Cass, I think it's time to go. And I'm gonna book it and try to around the corner to the stairs.
Okay. Gareth, what would you like to do?
Currently in the middle of trying to remember how far a yard is.
It's about the length of your arm.
Well, I have quite long arms.
Yeah.
Anyway,
About that.
okay. Oh shit. Okay, so the doctor has grabbed the gun, fired it. I still have the syringe. Cass is still engaged with this thing, having just stabbed it, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Do I recognize anything about its physiology, anything about the way this room, corridor, place has changed? Anything, given my upbringing and academic background?
Ooh.
Like, does anything ring a bell?
Give me an intelligence and academics check.
Okay. Does this count as my specialism?
Yes. At least I believe so. Remind what is it again?
Without revealing too much, we have deemed it theology.
That's right. Yes.
Nothing.
Nothing is coming to mind. However, I will also say, give me a quick wits and composure roll.
Okay. One.
Okay. Looking about and looking at this form in front of you, there's a lot happening right now, and you know that you could take the time and probably recall something, but too much is happening, and you just aren't able to access your memories as best as you can. But one flashes to your mind as you look at this figure that is now somewhat fading in and out of existence, but still very much there. You recall back to the very last thing you saw before losing consciousness in the mountains. was a form that had a vague transparency to that.
Son of a bitch, now is not the time. The doctor is closer to me than Cass, I assume.
Yes.
I am going to try and grab him by the collar and just start to pull him away. Like, Cass is too close. I can't do anything about that.
I think Jasper's already started heading towards the stairs.
Yeah, I ran. I took the shot and ran.
Oh, right, he's already passed me. Okay, well, in that case...
No one to grab.
In that case, I will... Yeah, I will try and get within reaching distance of Cass. I don't think I'll be able to grab her on this turn.
Yeah.
But I would like to get close enough to try and do so.
All right, rushing towards Cass. You're a few yards away. You aren't quite able to get there, but you are going there to offer what support you can. Cass, what would you like to do?
I had just gotten slashed on the face, so I'm gonna grab my face and scream. Turn back and look at the fucker. And just yell in frustration. Then I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna grab. I see Gareth headed towards me. I'm gonna grab his arm and start pulling him towards the stairs.
Okay, so Gareth, as you rush towards Cass, she turns after screaming, rushes towards you, grabbing you. I'll say that you're both able to then cover some ground, heading in the same direction. Bryn, at this point, you're starting to see Jasper come down the stairs, hearing screaming from coming upstairs.
Grabbing more stuff.
All right.
My plan is to make kind of like a tower of debris so I can literally kick it so it will fall onto the stairwell.
Okay, Bryn, give me a dexterity and crafts check.
Oh boy.
And I'll say, with all of this, this is going to be at a -1, as
Cool.
it is broken and odd stuffs.
Dexterity and craft. This is a chance roll.
Okay.
It is not a success.
Not a success. So, Bryn, as you take this debris, think, okay, I'm gonna have this so that it can fall down. You build some of it, and as you turn to get more, you hear crashing from behind you. All right, it already fell, and as you're trying to build this, you're just making a pile of debris by the stairs. It's not in the way of your friends right now, but it's not doing what you wanted it to do.
At least it's not in the way of my friends. Hopefully we'll be able to do something with it. And
Okay.
that's I'm going to just yeah, I'll continue to wait for all of my friends to come by, and I might not be great at it, but I'm just gonna kind of try and keep shoving things towards where I want them to be.
Okay. With that, Cass and Gareth, as you are rushing towards the stairs, you look behind you and you can see the still transparent form taking its long alien-like strides towards you, and as it moves, its body re-solidifies, again just drawing its arms against the walls and making much quicker pace than the two of you, is going to take another slash out. This time is going to be coming at your back, Gareth. What is your defense? Oh, I think you're muted right now.
Sorry, my defense is 3.
3, okay. Rushing back, seeing him suddenly appear, almost as if unnaturally appearing behind you, you turn, think, just run, and you feel tears across your back as you take 2 points of lethal damage from his claws.
Okay.
Jasper, you're up. Gareth, you'll be after that.
Alright, seeing as the gun wasn't effective and seeing what Bryn's trying to do, can I make it down to Bryn's position?
Yeah, absolutely.
Alright, I'm gonna go give her a hand. Seems like she has the right idea here.
Okay. Go ahead and give me a dexterity and crafts check. And actually, well, with Bryn having been working on it with a chance roll, not going to get really any aid, so just a straight dexterity and crafts check.
Would my specialty come in play in here?
I will actually say yes.
Okay. Is that an additional one or
Additional one
three?
die. Hmm.
Okay, great. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Bryn, with Jasper coming down and beginning to give you a hand, actually, Jasper, you are able to construct this that it looks as though it would collapse under a moment's notice, but it is currently stable.
Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Jasper, do you want to be doing anything else? That's pretty much your action and a bit
Yeah,
of your
I
movement.
don't think there's much else I can do. So.
Okay. So with the two of you waiting at the base of the stairs, Gareth, you're up. Caster right after.
This thing having just raked its claws across my back, my instinct is to continue running.
Okay.
I'm still gonna keep running, but I did have the syringe prepared, and I'm gonna just try as a reaction to just jab it into the arm that has sliced me.
Okay. So that'll be a strength and weapons with a add 1 die to that because of its piercing, and then subtract 2 for the defense of this figure.
Okay, strength plus weapons plus 1 for the thing, minus 2 for the defense. Okay. Nothing.
As you spin to inject it, you're aiming for the arm that just caught you in the back, and as you go to pierce him in the forearm, your back seizes up, and you don't drop it. You've still got it, but you were unable to inject him. Continuing to run forward.
Let's just keep running.
All right, Cass.
Feeling that Gareth stops and turns it, because I still had his arm, would jerk me around. I see that he's not successful with his syringe and keeps running. I'm gonna follow behind, but I'm gonna let him go ahead of me, and I'm gonna cover his back.
Okay. And I'll say with your help, the two of you are able to cover just a little bit more ground. You are able to get to the stairs, with Gareth now beginning to go down first and Cass, you at the top of the stairs, not going down just yet.
Great.
But that is Gareth. If you do want to be leaving Cass there, if you want to stay at her side, you are more than welcome to as well.
I'm trying to run in a way that, like, we are both able to protect each other.
Okay.
So I don't want to leave her behind, and I don't want to move in a way that I am left behind either.
And I'm gonna be following, like I'm gonna be going as well. I'm not gonna stop at the top of the stairs. I'm just gonna be covering his back.
Okay, so we'll say the two of you are at the stairs now, turning to face this as you go down in a defensive way.
Great.
And I'm just gonna say now, like, if it is the case that I am the last one onto the stairs, I am closing that door.
Okay. A reminder: there are no,
there's no
doors to the
doors.
stairs. These are open.
Oh, right,
They're
right,
open.
right.
And Bryn.
Well, in that case, yeah.
Bryn and Jasper, for you all, because I don't think I described it, as you came down, there is directly to the right of you now another set going down. So this is a continual stairwell, level after level. You don't need to go from one side to the other. Okay. Bryn, you are up. What would you like to do?
I would like to hold, waiting for everyone to get past me, and shoving this thing down, and then running. Can I
Okay.
do that?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
So with that, Bryn.
Although, I will ask the doc to help me.
Okay.
Doc, I don't know if I'm
Yeah.
strong enough to push this all down my own. If you don't mind helping me, this might just give us a little bit of time.
You got it. I don't think it's gonna slow him down too much, but just be ready to run.
Whatever we can take.
Okay. As Kendall approaches, and with the two of you now turning, he looks at you, Cass, and you can see a broken-toothed smile as he just says, "Full." And you once again feel your body trying to be out of your own control. I need you to roll a resolve and composure roll for me, please.
One success.
Okay. However, only one success here. So, you feel your body beginning to act out of your own control, and you start leaning backwards, and you can feel the tipping point of you about to fall head over heels down the stairwell. But in your rage and your determination, you think to yourself, "Not again," and pull yourself back into control. You are here at the top of the stairs. That is all that he is able to do, as he is now face to face, looming over you. Jasper, what would you like to do? Gareth, you're up next.
Just shout up the stairs. Kendall, if you want any of us, it's me. Come and get me. I'm just gonna hold to push the pile.
Okay. Gareth?
I am going to, seeing Cass fall.
Now, she hasn't actually fallen.
Well,
Falter.
struggle.
Okay.
Step in front of her, shielding her and holding out the syringe in a motion prepared to stab this thing as soon as it comes close enough.
Okay, I mean, I will say, he is right there if he's close enough.
Alright, well in that case, I am not going to immediately stab him.
Okay.
But as soon as he makes a motion further, I'm just going to be looking up into his face and say, "And one of the elders saith unto me, Weep not. Behold the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David. You will not touch her."
Okay. Gareth, would you make a presence and resolve check for me?
Three successes.
Okay. Hearing your words, as he towers over you, there's a sudden crumpling in his core as he, buckles over. He doesn't appear hurt, but you did something to him. Yeah, it's as if he was just punched in the stomach and is doubled over in agony.
Cass, run.
Okay. Cass.
I'm gonna turn to Gareth and I'm gonna say, "Let's get out of here." And turn, and I'm gonna go towards Bryn and Doc.
Okay. Heading down the stairs. And Gareth, I'll say you still have your movement. If you want to continue down as well, you can, or if you'd rather stay.
I don't exactly run. I would like to, as soon as I know that Cass has gotten some space, like back up, and as soon as I have a bit of space, then start to run.
Okay, yeah, you're able to. And during all that, I'll say you are all now on the 3rd floor. Bryn, I'll say you're triggering of toppling the crates. You
All right.
break it down, and there is a severe degree of debris now at the base of the stairs leading up to the top floor where Kendall is. Bryn, what would you like to do?
Run.
Okay. Whereabouts are you going?
Down.
Okay.
Down.
Bryn continuing to run down the stairs. With you being here at the base, you're able to get down a full flight and even continue a little bit farther down the next.
All right.
Okay.
That I assume was my action and my held action and held movement. Oh, is it my turn? It's not my turn again.
No, this is your turn right now.
Oh, it's my turn again. Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, that's right. It held. Oh, ooh, spicy. Okay. Same thing. I'm assuming the floor all messed up.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but I assume he's kind of right behind us. Again. I don't think we're gonna have a chance to do a second pile of debris. I don't think that's gonna happen, so I'm gonna continue to run.
Okay. Continuing to run, Bryn, you are able to get down to the 1st floor. You are still 1 floor above the ground.
Okay.
So,
Remind me, how high off of the ground? Are these full stories?
Yes,
This
each one is a
hotel,
full floor.
Tall, nice ceilings. Okay. Again, same thing. I'm assuming. All decay and nastiness.
every single floor.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else needs doing. That should do it.
Okay.
Take my whole action to run.
All 4 of you hear a howl coming from the floor above. Bryn, from the floors above. Not the howl of a hound, but that of a man. Gareth, Cass, and Jasper, you do not see him coming down the stairwell. Jasper, what would you like to do? Gareth, you're up next.
I'm gonna look at Gareth, kind of puzzled for a second, saying, I don't know what you did up there, but it's the most effective thing we got so far. But right now, let's just keep running. I'm gonna just keep booking it down the stairs, following Brent.
Okay. Heading down the stairs. Gareth, you are up. Cass, you're after.
I look at Jasper as we run, and I reply, I have absolutely no idea either. Just shut the fuck up and run. And I keep running.
Okay. Heading down the stairs. You are all able to. You're about 1 floor behind Bryn. Cass, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna keep running.
Heading down as well. Bryn.
How close are all my friends to me?
You don't know.
You don't know, crap.
You don't
Okay.
see them.
I don't want to be caught alone. So at this point, I'm going to hold my movement and my action once again.
Okay.
Wait to sort of be with them.
Essentially, what you're doing by this is changing where you are in the initiative order if you're holding an entire turn. So
Okay.
you won't then get to take a double turn. It will be this is now from now on when you act in initiative
Okay.
order.
I don't want to run alone.
And Bryn, I'm gonna
So-
need.
I know. I'm going to keep running down the stairs.
Okay. So, with all of you out of sight of this thing, Jasper, Gareth, and Cass all rushing down the stairs. Unless any of you want to do anything. Bryn, you get to the base of the stairs first. We're somewhat out of initiative at this point. Bryn, you're at the first floor.
Can I see the doorway?
You can see the doors that you entered through. They are, it is as decayed here as it was on all the other floors. The doors look broken, but are able to be used.
I'd like to go out.
All right, heading to the doors and outside. Outside, the smell of the sea air once again greets you, now no longer the rot that you were smelling from the interior. And you can see your truck there right in front of the doors, exactly where you left it.
I'm gonna get in the driver's seat.
Okay. Getting into the driver's seat, and we'll say that you were able to do that. Jasper, Gareth, Cass, as you are all continuing to rush down, you eventually make it to the first floor and are come to the front and see Bryn in the driver's seat of the pickup truck.
Is it still light outside?
It is still light outside.
Given that I know that Cass is hurt, I'm going to shove her in the direction of the passenger seat and run for the back of the truck.
Okay.
Yeah,
And
same. I'll run for the back.
And I'm just gonna be, as I'm getting into the passenger seat, because it's just like, I don't even want to argue right now. Just like, what the fuck was that? Get in the car.
All right.
I'm gonna drive.
All right. Bryn, starting to drive. As you begin to pull away, Gareth and Jasper, looking back, you see him step out from underneath the, he has to duck under the double doors leading into the hotel and steps out into the sunlight and begins to stride after the truck, and is beginning to keep pace with it.
Do I see that Jasper has the gun?
Give me a quick wits and composure.
I would have tucked it into the belt.
And composure. 2 successes.
2 successes. You see it tucked into his belt.
I'm just gonna kind of, while like holding on to the flatbed of the truck, I'm just gonna like look at the good doctor and just be like, "Fucking shoot him!"
You don't have to say that twice. Jasper will draw the gun and kind of hunker down in the bed and use the back of it to brace my arms and take aim.
Okay. Going to take aim against him. Go ahead and make that firearms check. This will be at a -1 because you are in the back of a moving car.
Is he like gaining on us, or is he keeping pace with us?
At the moment, he is keeping pace.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take aim. I'm not gonna fire.
Just in case, I want my arm that's near Jasper to be ready, because I'm assuming he's using both of his arms to aim the gun. I want to be able to grab him if he comes loose in
good to know.
this truck.
Good to know. Okay, so with all of that, Jasper taking a turn to take aim, Bryn, you continuing to drive the truck forwards. You can see that now he is extending his arms and beginning to run, to break into a long run. Again, his long legs taking unnervingly decent strides, but his head this entire time remaining standstill and level. He is slowly beginning to gain on the car. Let's see here. Bryn, with you driving, I gave you the stats for the car, correct?
No.
Okay.
No. Let me. I don't have them. in any
Okay, let me
case,
give
I
these to you again
apologize.
really quick, because we are going to need these.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. So the safe speed is 70 miles an hour. Maximum speed is 115. And its acceleration is 12. So per 6 seconds, it accelerates at essentially 12 yards faster every 6 seconds.
Foot down, put your foot down, put your foot down, put your foot down, put your foot down.
Yep.
Gun it.
And I will
okay.
actually say, Bryn and Cass, at the moment, I don't think you know that it's chasing.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, do I hear any? Yeah, like, do I hear? Do I see? Do I know what's happening at this point? Because I'm just heading to the bunker.
With what Gareth and Jasper are doing in the back, you haven't heard what they're doing. You were just driving back
Be
to
a
the bunker.
responsible driver and check your mirrors.
Seriously.
Yeah, please let me know when it seems reasonable that I mean, to be fair, I would be.
Give me wits and composure.
Yeah, I would be looking backwards.
I was gonna say I would too.
I would be
Okay.
assuming it's coming.
Cass, you can give me wits and composure as well.
1 success.
1 success. All right.
1 success.
1 success. Okay. Both of you look at the rearview mirror and you see the tall figure now beginning to gain on the truck.
Okay. Do with that 1 success. Do I also see the doc getting ready to take off a shot?
I'm gonna say no if you're just looking in the
Okay.
side rearview mirror.
In that case, I'm gonna put my foot down.
Okay. Putting your foot down as you feel the car begin to accelerate and pull forwards.
Bryn, we should go to the airport.
Okay. Why? I just want to go to the bunker. The bunker's where the door is.
Yeah, but if he can get, we don't know if he can get through doors. He can clearly get through things, right?
Yeah, but not if they're locked. Maybe.
Well, I have an idea.
What's the idea?
What if, because we have gasoline, right? There's a ton of gasoline. What if we light the dick on fire?
It's a. I mean, I'm just gonna turn to the airport.
Okay, you are a ways away from the airport. You haven't even
Okay.
come up to.
I haven't even come up to where I would
as
need
you
to
think
turn.
about the distance that you have to clear, you realize there's still the area
Yeah.
of the road that is only partially cleared. that
Yeah,
you
we
are going
haven't
to have to
gotten
deal
Oh,
even
with.
because of
that.
the.
Yeah, we haven't
As
even gotten to that.
Thinking all this, Jasper, I'll
So-
say you take a second. You are given an additional turn of keeping aim. He is still closing the distance. Is not close enough to get you. And actually, as the truck begins to accelerate again, it looks as though you're beginning to keep pace. He's not getting much closer, but it's far less of a distance closer than it was before. So continuing to drive as he slowly inches closer now, with Bryn, you driving at the maximum of your safe speed.
Stay there for now.
Ooh, he is. Jasper, I'll say you've gotten 3 rounds of aiming if you want to take your shot.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna take my shot now.
Okay.
Oh, that was so good sound. Okay.
Yeah. So hang on. 4, 5, 6. That's 7 successes.
7 successes. Taking
3
aim
rounds of aiming.
and firing off, you catch him in the chest, and you see his speed immediately just stop as he is almost knocked backwards, but not quite. He stands in the middle of the road. His arms go limp. He then once again just looks up as the car begins to drive off, and he is beginning to fade away into the distance. But you definitely saw him look up at you.
I'm gonna just, with the arm I was using to prepare to grab Jasper, I'm just gonna grab him by the shoulder and just go, yes! What a shot! Yes! Holy shit!
Lucky. What was that back there, Gareth?
What was what? What was that? I have no idea!
No, that was Kendall. What was that you said to him?
Scripture, basically. That's the short version.
You think these things are hellspawn?
I have no idea. Good doctor. Just shoot him if you see him again and do it exactly like that, please.
I'll certainly try. If we do make it back to the bunker, maybe you can lend me your Bible for the night.
I don't have a Bible.
Oh. Well, maybe you can teach me some of those writings. I'm not a man of religion myself, but quickly turning into a believer.
It's about at this point, Bryn, you see the very quickly the other half of the tree in the middle of the road.
I'm gonna slow down. We can't wreck this truck. He will catch us without the truck.
Okay.
So I'm gonna slow down to try and safely pass the that area.
Okay, so in order to do this as safely as you did before, you essentially slow down to a crawl as the pickup truck almost coming to a stop and beginning to now slowly go around this tree. Bryn, would you give me a dexterity and drive check?
If it makes a difference at all, storyteller, seeing that we have come to this point in the road, I am going to vault out of the truck and try and guide Bryn through, as I have done previously.
Okay, trying to guide Bryn through. I'll say with the truck now, with the golf cart it could be more of a physical thing, but now with the truck it's more of a all right, this way. So this will take a little bit more time, but Gareth, hopping out, go ahead and give a for this. Let's have this be a wits and a presence roll.
Wits and presence. Nothing.
Okay. Again, the panic overtaking. Like, oh, okay, this way, just this way. Come on, Bryn, go ahead and just straight roll.
Oh.
One success. Okay, there is a moment where the back tire begins to spin out on the loose dirt off of the side of the road, but you catch it, and the truck jolts back and comes back onto the main road.
All right. As soon as Gareth gets back in the back of the truck, going back to 70 miles an hour, I'm assuming that has one of those slidey back open windows that you can just kind of slide a little bit open. The pickup trucks have. All right. And I'm going to shout to everyone, okay, guys, executive decision. Cass wants to go to the airport to light this guy on fire if we possibly can. Or do we head back to the bunker and lock the door? I need a decision. I'm starting to drive straight. Tell me what we want.
Oh, Gareth, you're muted.
Apologies. I'm just going to kind of wordlessly look at Jasper, just with a kind of like
as much as I'd love to finish this guy, we don't know if fire's gonna work. Is there a safe place to hold up at the airport? If that.
Hell no.
We left this guy
Bunker.
behind. Yeah, I think now that he's not
Bunker?
following us, let's go to the bunker. Because
I'm
how can he know where he is?
70 miles an hour. 70 miles an hour.
Okay, going at the full
That
distance.
took too long.
Or the full safe speed, heading back to the bunker. With Kendall not appearing in your rearview mirror at the moment, you make it to the bunker.
Okay. I'm going to park the car by the generator and check it.
Okay, Bryn, as you pull the car up to the generator, you can see that the Remind me, do you leave the garage open, or have you been closing it as you leave?
We've been closing it.
Okay. As you pull the car up to the garage, Bryn, you can see a little bit of light coming out from underneath the door leading into the garage.
I will have hopped out in advance because, generally speaking, when we have done this, it's been like I hop out, do things, and then you can drive the truck in.
Yeah.
So I have hopped out as soon as the truck is stopped.
Mhm.
Do I notice said light?
I'll say, yeah, you do.
That's right. We turned the power on.
Hopefully that's all it is.
I'm gonna pull the crowbar out from the loop it's been in, and I'm gonna turn to the rest, and I'm not going to indicate whether or not they should follow me, but I am just going to say, wordlessly, quiet. And then I'm going to open the door.
Jasper still has the gun. He'll flank to the other side of the door.
Okay. Opening up the door. You burst in and you see there's nothing inside, but the lights are on.
I'm just going to hit the... Wait, is this a manual door opener, or is this a button for the
It is manual.
garage? It is manual. Well, then I will take a second to breathe and take in that relief, and then go and manually open the door.
All right, going to manually open up the door. The door opens. Cass and Bryn, you can now see Gareth on the inside with the now brightly lit interior of the garage.
Quick,
How's the generator levels? Oh, sorry.
I had a different question. Was the whole drive like? Is the island now decaying, or like is our bungalow decaying? Did it ever fade back to normal?
The rest of the island, actually, as you exited the hotel, appeared normal.
So it's just the interior of that place.
Mm-hmm. Bryn, heading over to check the levels of the generator, they're looking medium low.
Okay.
You had not gone to refill the gas,
Yeah.
but you had left all of the non-essentials off.
I mean, I've been watching about how much power gets used every night. Do I think this is enough reasonably to last us?
A
Well, we
night?
turned the power back on, right?
Yeah,
So does it still use the generator?
it's an excellent question. I do not know.
With the generator, it would be close. Maybe not all the way. But oddly enough, you don't hear it running right now. It's on.
I'm gonna go check the bungalow then.
Okay. Bryn heading towards the bungalow. You see, going through your bungalow is in just as much disarray as it was before, but it is not rotted. It does not look like
Okay.
what you saw inside the hotel.
Okay. And is it are like lights on and stuff? If I flip a light switch,
The lights
works?
turn on. You do hear as you flip the switch, there is a soft and a shattering, as it sounds like one of the bulbs burst.
Guys, I think we've got a burst bulb in here. Watch your feet.
That's probably the least of our problems right now.
I'm drenched in sweat.
Who's hurt?
Let's worry about that downstairs. He might still be right behind us.
Good
I
call.
hate to say it. I'm gonna turn the
Okay.
lights back off. Do we need anything? I'm gonna grab anything that we brought in the truck and start to haul it downstairs.
I'm gonna make sure that the door to the garage is closed up again before I just slowly walk back in
Okay.
to where we have our little hidey hole.
Bryn, in bringing things from the truck, I believe the only thing that you have is the hard drive.
Hard drives?
And yeah,
All right, I'll keep them with me.
okay. And it's just the one.
When everybody was getting out of the truck, I got out too. I just slammed the door and because it's still light outside, right?
The sun. Since this drive, twilight is beginning to set in. You know it's going to get dark quick.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk towards the bungalow, but I'm gonna be closer to the perimeter, looking out where the sun is, or where we came from, just stewing in angry silence.
Okay. So, entering back into the bungalow, heading down to prepare for another evening.
Yeah.
Feel free to correct me here, storyteller, but as Gareth takes off his outer jacket, probably have noticed that the back of his pants and now his shirt are profusely stained with blood.
Mm-hmm.
And given that these wounds have received no treatment thus far, I'm assuming that I am still bleeding profusely.
Yeah. How much damage have you taken in total?
2 lethal.
Yeah. It's not. You're not at the moment at any risk of severe blood loss, but these were some deep cuts.
Messy.
Yeah. All right.
Say anything? Just going to take the jacket off, sit down on the edge of my cot.
And as soon as I see the sun going past the trees when it starts getting dark, then I'm just gonna slam my way into the bungalow and stomp downstairs and not talk to anybody.
As
Okay.
soon as Cass comes in, I'm gonna lock the door.
Okay. Bryn locking the door. The soft shutting of the steel. You seem to be in for the night.
I recognized that guy.
So did I.
Yeah, it seemed like you did.
What the hell did he recognize him from?
He's the one who took me here. He was in my casino, the one I work at. I mean, I've explained it to you guys before. I get these feelings sometimes when things aren't right, and he felt really wrong, and he was watching me, and we tried to fight. I sent some of the guys after him. He just disappeared, and then that night when I was getting into my car, I tried to get away, but
Guessing he didn't look like that when he took you.
no, but he did have his eyes were black. I remember that. But no, human looking dude at the time.
I think he was the one that took me too.
Well, looks like we found our link.
Still don't know why though. I've spent 15 damn years trying to keep myself out of trouble. Straight and narrow. You know, normal life. Help my mom pay rent. That's all I've wanted, you know?
Look, I feel ya. When I agreed to this job, I thought it was like an early retirement or something. Clearly, fate has other things in store for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know you all don't like taking help easily, but looks like a couple of you are hurt pretty bad.
Do
I
Gareth
am in a lot of
first.
pain.
Yeah, I was about to say he's lost a lot more blood, and I have my whiskey to keep me company for a bit.
Gareth, you mind if I take a look there before it gets any worse?
I'm just gonna lie down on my front and you do what you need to do.
Hey,
Alright.
hey, Doc.
Yeah.
I want to whisper over to him. Check out his arm too when you go over there.
Won't say anything, but I'll slowly make my way over to Gareth and just kind of, before I start anything, just assess the damage.
You can see it's the cuts on Cass's arm are far more jagged than the cuts on Gareth's back. But aside from that, it looks pretty bad.
Well, I got good news for you, Gareth. Clean cuts, scarless. Should heal up right if take care of this.
Fantastic.
So storyteller, could I do a combination? Could I use my first aid kit, but could I also do the holistic awareness merit to then further speed the recovery?
I'm gonna say no. It's one or the other.
It's one or the other. Okay,
Mhm.
then I will just I'll start working on Gareth with my first aid kit.
Okay.
Not with the bonus though.
Okay.
Intelligence and medicine and first aid, right?
That is correct. Yes. So it's intelligence and medicine plus your kit.
Ooh, that's a lot of die, but only one success for Gareth.
And with Gareth having taken 2 points of lethal damage, Jasper, you are able to treat them. But aside from that, you aren't able to do much else. So Gareth, you are bandaged. You are not bleeding out. But you do not heal anything.
Alright. We'll take another look at that in the morning. Alright, Cass, you're up.
So I have one lethal, and then from earlier I have 3 bashing.
Alright.
Cass, how much earlier was that? Do you recall?
That was just before we went downstairs, because we had I had lethal, but then Doc bandaged me up, which gave me bashing.
Right.
And then we were at the hotel.
Okay.
So it hasn't been an evening.
I believe then. So your bashing may have healed up. Let me double check on
Okay.
this. But while I double check on that, Jasper, would you roll on that?
That was 4 successes this
4
time.
successes. Okay. Um, yeah,
I didn't
I will
roll
say
very well for Garrett.
with
We're gonna
that,
say with that and the whiskey. I think.
with that and the whiskey Cass, you are going to be doing better. While I look up the exact the rules of that, we'll say that Jasper, you are able to treat Cass. I'll let you know exactly how much in just a moment.
All right, and then I'm gonna reach out. As Cass takes another sip of whiskey, I'm gonna reach out and can I borrow that for a sec?
Depends on what you want it for.
I just take it from her hand and then I splash some of it on my own arm, where I took the lethal damage from
I
the
will
wolf
say-
all the way up in the power plant.
Cass, he reaches out to take it. Do you let him take it?
Yeah,
Okay. So
this
splashing
time.
some whiskey onto your arm, Jasper.
Yeah, and I'm gonna dig in the first aid kit. I'm gonna pull out a little syringe of super glue, take the cap off and pour it right in the wound, and pinch it together.
Okay.
So that's then for me. Ooh, 2 successes.
Okay. And that was what type of damage for you? That was lethal as well?
Lethal, yeah.
Okay. I'm still getting up exactly how much you have healed, but with the 2, you should be okay. So, Jasper able to help the lot of you out. What else? And that taking about 30 minutes, about 10 minutes per person.
I'm going to sit out on the floor. And I've got the security card. And while that's happening, I'm just playing with it in my fingers. Occasionally just, how big of a security card is it actually? Before I say what I'm doing with
It's
this.
about the size of an average ID card.
Average ID card. So occasionally I'll just, palm it from one hand to the other, almost absent-mindedly.
And while Doc took my whiskey and is cleaning himself up, I'm gonna be like, that was some nice shooting. Where'd you learn to shoot like that?
Well, I'm a little rusty, but spent some time in the service.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Well, let me guess. Army?
Good guess. 2nd Battalion, 503rd, combat medic.
Where were you stationed?
Afghanistan,
That makes sense.
just before the war. Ugh, haven't seen excitement like that in a long time. Can't say I miss it.
Yeah, I feel you on that.
You can have this back if you want. Hand her the gun.
I'll hold on to this, but you can borrow it whenever you need. Oh, and
Sounds like a deal.
storyteller, we have 12 rounds left.
Okay. Cass and Jasper, with the healing that was administered by Jasper, Cass, after a full night's rest, your bashing will be completely gone, and your 1 point of lethal will be healed in the morning.
Great.
Jasper, for you, with how many points of lethal again was it?
I had 1 point of lethal and 2 successes.
1 point of lethal with the 2 successes. Okay. Essentially, you are speeding up the recovery time of the lethal damage. So, in it, actually, I should say then. So, Cass and Jasper, that 1 point of lethal will heal in 1 day's time. So, not in the morning, but this time the next night.
Okay.
God, thank you.
I'm just gonna continue lying there, bandaged, but no jacket, no shirt, and just lying there trying to endure the pain.
Okay.
And I'm gonna, after talking to Jasper, I'm gonna walk over to Gareth and hold out the whiskey bottle, see if he wants any.
No, thank you. But I appreciate the offer.
You sure?
I'm sure.
So, you want to tell us what that, stuff you were saying was?
Stuff I was saying was scripture from the Old Testament. Have you ever heard of context? You were right there. Sorry.
So, are you saying this is a demon?
No. Like, you see kind of all of, like, the entire length of Gareth just tenses up, just like, no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying anything. I don't know, okay? So don't ask me. Fuck. Ow. Shit. Sorry.
Take it easy, Gareth. You can reopen your wound.
I mean, why not?
I'm just saying that was one of the things that happened to affect this thing. And how did you know to speak scripture to it? Like, I didn't see I didn't think of that. Anybody else
didn't.
think of that?
I didn't. It just came out. What I said. I was also holding this mysterious vial of poison. I don't know anything.
It's all right,
I
Gareth.
just said it.
I don't think any of us think you know anything. My grandma was real religious. She used to just quote scripture all the time.
Your grandma sounds just absolutely lovely.
No, she wasn't.
Right.
But hey, I get that just kind of comes out sometimes.
It's not like we exhausted all our other options. Sometimes just grasp at the right straw. This one just happened to be the right one. More power to you, though, Gareth.
Whatever it was, it bought us time.
Yeah. I'll try it again next time.
Hopefully there is no next time.
Right. I get the feeling we're not going to be that lucky.
Well, I know for sure I'm not going back in that hotel again. It was the way it looked, Doc. Because I saw bodies and stuff in there. Was that what it looked like when you first went in?
Is that what it looked like, the storyteller?
The first time that you went in, it wasn't in that severe decay of or state of unkemptness. It was cleaner, but there were bodies in there and stains all over the walls. What you saw was some combination of that and as if just a period of time had gone by without anyone caring for the place.
Can I roll any kind of check to see if the amount of time it's been since I've last seen it adds up with how decayed everything looks now?
Sure, give me a wits and we'll just call this a wits and intelligence check.
Okay. That's just one success.
Not long enough for that. It looked far more aged.
I mean, it was gnarly, but nothing like that. Maybe on its way to like that, but it hasn't been long enough for that kind of rot to set in. Either something's accelerating the process, or I don't know. It's been around a lot longer. Did you guys see it transform right in front of your eyes? Was that just me?
No, I saw it.
So, who's to say it wasn't like that already when I first landed here?
I mean, what is
Yeah.
this, like magic or something?
I mean, it's obvious. I don't know. One of them's the illusion, I guess, isn't it? Well, on the subject of answers, and I'll stop flipping the key card around in my fingers and just hold it up. Well, wait till morning, or do we go in now?
Depends how gluttonous for punishment we are.
I am gonna just kind of roll over onto my side, but this is difficult to communicate through a webcam. But everything about my body language is just gonna be like, I don't know.
All right. See, the way I see it, we got two options with this. We do it now on the thoughts that he's out there looking for us at this exact moment. Or we wait until morning with the thought that there's something in there that's, horrifying.
If we even make it that long.
Yeah.
Well, let's just open it. What do we got to lose?
Yeah, if we don't like what we see, we can always close it back up until
There
morning.
you go.
Well, here's hoping for not a million bees. And,
We would have heard the buzzing.
theoretically, but we also thought we would have seen a dead hotel with bodies in it. But here we are.
Oh, fair
Secret bees.
That's true. Nothing is off the table, including secret bees, as unlikely as it sounds.
I'm going to stand up and dust off my poor sad suit. And I will head over to the door.
Storyteller, given how hurt I am, how easy is it for me to move? Because I've just been like lying face down on the bed this whole time.
I mean, I'll say you aren't fully impeded by this wound. You're not going to be getting any negatives to anything. But, every step you take, you are going to be feeling that ache in your back.
It's gonna hurt. All right.
Mhm.
I will, seeing Bryn go to do this, I won't like fully dress, but I will at least throw on my jacket.
Bryn, heading over to the false wall with what you know to be a door, you head up to the key reader. You place the card up against it. You hear the ever familiar beep beep, ding ding, and the light turns green. And the door softly opens.
I'll push it open.
All right. As you get your fingernails into the edge, pulling it open, inside you see pages of paper scattered everywhere that appear to have scratch marks all over it. Not scratch marks by claw or any sharp implement, but ink, pencil, as if someone had taken a writing implement and just vigorously scratched everything off. Some of it has been plastered to the sides of the walls. All of it is just blackened pages. You can also see spilled ink on the floor. Resting on the floor, you see a small collection of looks like medical equipment, some bags, a couple of syringes that look as though they've been torn apart. They're stained with the ink, but also just left in disarray. And to your right, you see a small wooden desk with a chair at it. Again, pages smattered all over everything, but you see a small book resting on the table. And it is open. Pages appear to have been torn out on it, but it looks as though many pages still remain. And on the very front page, you see 2 words. The front page is legible, and it looks to be a diary, but you see 2 heavily scratched words at the top of the page in different handwriting. It just says, "It begins." And with that, we are going to take our intermission.
Never good words to hear. Never good words.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take
Damn Necronomicon.
a short intermission so that our players can stretch their legs, get some water, do what they need to do.
Regain some sanity.
Yes.
Scream
breathe a little
murderously.
bit. We hope that you are enjoying so far. Reminder to stick around for a post-show hangout on our Discord to help award some experience to these players. Looks like they're all still with us for the time being. If you're new here and you're enjoying this, please consider giving us a follow. It would mean the world to us. We will be right back in 10 minutes to see what exactly began and what is in this book. Don't go anywhere. And welcome back, everyone. We hope that you enjoyed your break. I know we certainly did our best.
I ate a bunch of chocolate.
I ate
I'm
some
not gonna
cheese.
lie. Yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Just
Oreos.
comfort food, right?
Mhm.
Before we
Necessary.
dive into this, a quick hello to anyone who might happen to be new here. Hello, welcome to the Adventurers Pack. We're a bunch of nerdy friends sharing what we love on the internet. Today's Damned Paradise, our foray into story-driven content. There's not a lot of audience interaction in this one. However, if you are enjoying this and have not already given us a follow, please consider. But also, if you would like to have some more audience interaction, check out our other shows. Friday night is our big Dungeons & Dragons Gauntlet night, where you as the audience get to have a whole bunch of fun with us. Our schedule, I'm sure, will be going up in the chat shortly, but you can also find out more about us in the widgets below. So, without that all being said, players, you have opened up the door, finally, to the secret room underneath the stairwell, and have found, looks to be a journal, written at the very top. It begins. What would you like to do?
Okay.
This is incredibly creepy.
This seems fun. I'll go take a look at the diary.
Okay. You can see that there is still pen scratches across the page, but it seems to more be circling what is written. You do not see any dates. You do not see any numberings. You just see what is written. Here I was worried that this conference was a bust, but as I was packing up, this guy comes over and chats me up. Sounds like he is interested in a partnership. I looked him up afterwards and couldn't believe it. You know, there are moments in life where everything changes. I honestly think that today was one of them. I don't know what Mr. Hallwell was doing at Fueling the Future, but I'm sure glad he came.
And while Bryn is looking at the diary, I'm gonna look at the, You said that there were like drawings and stuff on the walls.
Less drawings and more of just. It looks like more pages that were in this book that have. It looks like there was text written on them, but everything has been scratched out and it's just blackened pages.
I'm just gonna go over and look at them and see if there's anything I can pick out. Any words? Is the paper from the diary? Is the paper from somewhere else? Just anything.
Yeah, give me a quick intelligence and investigation check.
Would this be my specialty?
I'm gonna say no.
No. Okay. It's a crazy room, not a crime scene room.
Exactly.
Got it. Oh. 2.
2 successes. Okay. Looking through the pages, you can't really make out any words. They have been blackened out entirely. You do see in some corners of a couple of pages, maybe part of an A or a G here or there. It does look, taking a glance over at the journal that Bryn is reading, it does look as though these pages had been torn out of it.
And with the scratch marks and stuff, do they appear that they look to be a pattern or like a bigger picture?
No, it looks as
Or
though
it's
they're
just-
sporadic. You can see heavy pressure. So, it looks as though, with your experience looking into these sorts of things, you think whoever did this did so hurriedly, perhaps angrily.
Mm. Okay.
All right.
Is that the only entry that I can read?
That is the
Diary?
first page. There are many pages.
I will scan for anything about, like, I'll start to do a little bit of speed reading, and I'll start looking for mention of what exactly happened with the losing of the hotel and how, in fact, we became a big scary dude with claws.
Okay. So as you go to flip through, you turn to the next page and start to speed read, and you can see it doesn't look as though these are in chronological order, or at least there were things that happened in between, but other pages have been ripped out in between this first page and the next page.
Hell.
However,
Okay.
in picking up the second entry that you find, construction of the plant is moving forward. Jim has asked for some additional hands to help with a couple of issues he's run into, but at this point, I don't think we've got the budget for it. Ross and Harvey have suggested that I head over myself to help with the work, and I couldn't agree more. Packing up for now. Looks like it could be an extended stay. I think I'll be the first guest in our new VIP bungalows. I'm looking forward to that. Entry 3. Had a long, hard talk with my partners today. The plant is almost finished, but I'll be damned if it wasn't in spite of them. I've had to pour almost double what I was expecting into it. On top of that, turns out these VIP suites have their own vault. Not a basement, a damn vault. I made it clear that I am to be included in these decisions from now on. Thought that was already the case, but clearly was wrong. Have started taking walks on the island in the evenings to relax. The next page that you find is a much shorter entry. Rat fucks. They can't do this to me. Outland, the resort, everything. If they think they can cut me out and get away with it, they've got another thing coming. Sean sent over his request form for the security team, and I added a little something extra. Their tour is in 3 weeks. By then, I'll be ready for them. The next page you find. Harvey has some nerve. But I don't have a choice. I don't have anything to go back to. I've already given so much of myself to this project, and now at least I can still be a part of it. Caretaker. It's just a fancy word for a janitor, if you ask me. The security package came in yesterday. And once I had it in my hands, I knew I couldn't do it. God knows I want to, but I can't. I've stored it under my desk until I can figure out how best to get rid of it.
The security. Okay.
Next entry as you turn the page. Found a weird-looking hole in the ground yesterday, on my way back from the springs. It was getting dark. I'll have to go back and check it out in the morning. Left markers from the road so that I won't miss it. As you turn to the next entry, the handwriting looks different. Not that of a different person entirely, but slightly more elegant. And you can tell the language has changed. This island was meant to be my shining star, a step forward in the sands of time, calcifying a lasting impression under my weight before I faded. And that was taken from me. Yet this island has still proven to be my salvation as the crossroads upon which I have been given the means to reclaim the soul of what I worked so hard for. My estranged partners will be here in the coming weeks. By the month's end, they will have been taught cruelties, and the payments for my newfound encumbrance will have been secured.
Okay.
Next page. The procurement of my payments may prove more difficult than I had anticipated, and I must work fast. Though I can feel my gift pulsing through me, I have yet to manifest any of its potential. I must be patient, as he forewarned. I believe I have landed upon a solution to my problems, however, and have placed an additional order in with Jasper's initial requests. He should be none the wiser, and my facilities should suffice until I have no need of them. One of my conspiring affiliates may still prove useful to me, as I have laid a trap under the guise of Hallwell. Pity to whomever should be chosen.
Is this being read aloud?
If I see people watching me read, I would, and our people,
I'd say
Yes.
all eyes are on you.
Yeah.
then I'm reading it out loud. And I'm
Okay.
describing then the hand, or I'm describing if I see these differences, I'm describing them.
Okay.
The mention of Jasper, I'm not going to say anything, but I am just going to, and I'm still very badly hurt, so I'm just going to turn around and just look at Jasper with an expression of, why am I hearing your name in this journal?
Jasper is actually startled to hear his own name come up.
The 9th entry, Bryn. The writing begins to look a lot more sporadic and hurried. There's more pressure on this page, but it's still very clearly the same person. This evening I felt it, my potential awakened. As the sun bid farewell to the horizon, I set out and called upon the very hounds of the abyss to aid in my task. Hallwell and Thomas, oh, how they suffered. I have left them as reminders that I may look back upon and smile. 2 parts of my debt now rest beside me, slumbering by chemical aid. The second was much easier to acquire in the back alleys of sin. I am now their caretaker as well, and with the sun rising I must return to my duties. I suspect there to be a great deal of cleaning ahead of me.
Guessing that one was me.
The next page that you find is actually in order. Nothing has been torn out. In fact, these last few entries, since the language has changed, have been one after the other after the other. But this one, the writing looks... The language is broken. 3 collected, grown beyond imagine. Others remain, cannot let free. Payment.
Payment. That's what that Kindle creature thing was saying to us. Payment.
Yeah,
He kept saying it.
I'm assuming this is...
You turn to the last page, Bryn. It is a scrawling mess of ink, pencil, traces of blood. And there's only one word that is legible, and it is written across the center of the page. And it is just Caretaker, with the name or title underlined.
He's been able to get in here the whole time.
Maybe. I mean, I don't see any writing since all of us were here. Like, there's no... Today, my tied up patients escaped and have been wandering around doing various chores. There's...
That's probably a point where he hit not being able to write.
Still, I think if he was able to be here, he would be here. But I don't know.
No, we don't know that. He's been able to get in here the whole time.
I mean,
this was his.
Right.
some caretaker he is, though. Ain't coming back to check on his charges. Sure, he could have come back, but he hasn't. Not since he woke up.
Okay. So let's run with that. He's able to get in here. Why is he not here?
Maybe because it's a sick game. He's waiting for us to come to him. He enjoys the chase. I don't know.
I have no idea.
I'm just trying to figure out because whatever it is keeping us fucking alive. But I don't know.
Okay. Reading from the journal, this all makes sense. When we saw the bodies, that it was on display, and we were like, it's ritualistic, and that all makes sense. That's exactly what we were thinking. That he wanted it to be seen as a reminder. This is all about revenge, right?
Yep.
Still don't understand why we're here, but fine. He said that there was a security package that got delivered, and that he found something by a spring.
Yep. So
where are the springs?
Wait, didn't he say something about storing something under his desk?
there first, and then where the fucker springs. I'm going to go look for a thing under the desk.
Okay. Bryn, looking under the desk, you don't see anything. Give me a wits and investigation check, please.
Ooh. Oh my gosh, where'd my thing go? Ah, there we go. Okay. He said it's a security package. I'm assuming my specialty in security does not help me investigate this package.
Does not, no.
Okay. Just making sure. Oh,
Better
that's
to
very
ask.
good. Well, that's very good, though. Okay. That's 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Looking underneath the desk, you don't see anything, but it looks off. As you raise your hand up, you actually find a false bottom to this desk. Pushing it aside, you can feel something heavy underneath. So you push the false bottom aside, and it looks as though there's a compartment underneath the desk with something in it.
Okay. Oh, I'm so prepared for this to be something gross. Okay. I'm gonna take it out.
Reaching in, Bryn, you find a small revolver.
Remind me, storyteller, who gave him this security package?
Looking back to find the entry, you find in the 4th entry, Sean sent over his request form for the security team, and I added a little something extra.
Ah. Oh. I know why he had this. Who's Sean?
I must mean Sean Kester. He was head of security. Him and I actually stuck it out a couple days after the initial attack.
Right, Sean, that guy. Yeah, I'm guessing he didn't have this for personal protection.
And I'm gonna put my hand out towards Bryn as like, let me take a look at it.
All you.
And I'm gonna check the chamber and see if there are any rounds in it or if
All
it's
right.
empty.
Pulling the chamber open and taking a look inside, it has each of the 6 chambers is filled, but it looks as though one of the shots has been fired.
So it has 5 total.
Mm-hmm.
Some security package. I don't know how I didn't catch that though. I slipped it in with my orders.
And who did he shoot?
It's a good question.
It's a thing you save one bullet for.
Yeah.
But we have five left.
I don't mean to sound like you're in on this here, Doc. But you are mentioned in this.
And that's mighty
Do you know what that is?
suspicious.
Well, like I said, I was surprised they slipped this in with my orders. That's for sure. Didn't know about it. But not surprised my name came up. I was here for several weeks working right alongside Kendall.
Did you notice, in his entries, things? It seems like he either got a split personality or something changed. Did you notice anything different in him last few weeks?
I mean, I thought it was a little odd when he started working maintenance, but knowing what we know now, it all makes sense. Did I notice any other personality changes per se?
Not really. No, nothing came to mind.
He was always an eccentric kind of guy. Maybe I missed something, but
Check me on this, storyteller, and I do have eidetic memory if this helps with the speed of this.
Mhm.
What context was Jasper's name mentioned? I think I wrote it down correctly, but I want to make sure.
This was in the 8th
Okay.
entry, when the personality change happened. And it was, I believe I have landed upon a solution to my problems, however, and have placed an additional order in with Jasper's initial requests. He should be none the wiser, and my facilities should suffice until I have no need of them.
so it wasn't about the gun. It's about
No. No, he was changing something else.
Doctor, when your shipments came in, obviously they arrived at the airport, but where were they kept?
Well, we were working on building a more permanent clinic facility. But like I said, I was using my hotel suite as a temporary clinic in the meantime.
And yet there was nothing there.
Yeah, I cleared it out. Did you remember anything unusual coming into the island? Anything weird that made you go, huh? Or
I'm guessing it was all just medical supplies, right, Scott?
And that's what was delivered to you, yeah.
And did I notice anything? I'm guessing not.
No.
Yeah.
why would he need? Oh. Do you think he means these syringes and stuff?
It's possible.
Like the stuff to knock us out?
Mm,
Leaning
I mean-
towards that.
I'm-
Anesthetic
Okay.
certainly wasn't part of my order.
but it wouldn't be suspicious if it was in a medical order shipment.
Potentially not.
Have you heard of the of the springs? Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some hot springs on the island. Been out there,
How
Uh,
far away?
Yeah.
past the power plant. Like around
Well-
instead of up.
Well,
We should give them a look.
yeah.
Probably.
I mean, he found something out there, and then he
And
changed.
then this happened.
Whatever that is. So either he got radiation poisoning from something that like flipped a crazy switch and he got superpower. Who knows? He found something. So if we can find what's out there, then maybe
Found a
we'll
Cthulhu in a hole on the beach.
maybe at least we'll have a better idea of like what he was planning, why he needs 3 bodies here alive. And Doc, why you are still alive. I mean, there has to be a reason for it.
I just consider myself lucky.
mean,
Payment.
I don't want to be that person, but to me, it sounds like sacrifices. Like
Yeah.
we're some sort of sacrifice.
Yeah. That's the context I'm getting from those sentences too. Yeah.
But for what?
Whatever turns you into a 7-foot tall monster with knives for fingers, I'm guessing.
He called it a gift.
He called it his potential.
Well, at least now we know what tore up the upstairs in his bungalow.
He also referenced Hounds of the Abyss.
Oh, that would be those wolf
Dogs.
things.
Yeah, but of the Abyss.
Well, there clearly aren't timber wolves.
There are far too many cultural instances and tales of people making covenants with things greater than them.
Yeah.
Covenants, as in like devils
Deals.
and witches and stuff.
I have no idea.
Well, you just said it.
That's what they do. Just because, I mean, like, hell, I live in Vegas. Do you know how many weird stories there are about people making stupid deals with the devil to be able to win the card? Like, they're everywhere.
Yeah, but I assumed all those were stupid stories.
Yeah, me too, till I met a dude with knives for fingers. It's a point where it starts to become awful practical, isn't it?
And the thing to remember is that all of the stories are stupid. Anyway,
Well, at the very least, I feel I don't know. A little bit of weird comfort. Sounds dumb, but looking at this, like, I don't know.
Comfort.
It seems dumb, I know, but I've been worrying it was something, that I'd done or something. Some kind of trouble I'd gotten myself into, and it looks like I don't know, back alley's a sin, he said he found me. Wrong place, wrong time, maybe. I don't know.
In hell, I'll take a psychotic human any day over a demon and devil dogs or whatever they are.
Yeah.
At least you know they can die.
Person that is responsible for this, as soon as I find them, they will know the meaning of sin.
I think I'm a little bit more worried about just getting out of here. Honestly, I am. I miss my stupid little apartment with its leaky faucet. I miss my mom. I just want to go home.
I think we can all safely say we all want to leave this island. But,
Yeah.
Unless
one of us grows fucking wings next. Somebody want to make a deal with an angel, get wings?
Does it
Sorry.
work like that?
I don't know. Dumb fucking joke. It's just what I got right now.
Say we check out these hot springs. Say that
Yes,
is the
please.
source of whatever happened to Kendall.
Bryn,
Who's
it
to say
is at
the same
this
thing
point
won't happen to us?
that the hairs on the back of your neck begin to stand up.
Guys, something's coming. Let's get out of this room. Out of this room. Everybody out, 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 out. Now, 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 now. I drop everything and I out. Now, 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 now. Fucking hell, now. Guys, now.
I immediately just I will grab the journal, but I will run after Bryn.
Okay.
I'll make sure I'm the last through the door to lock it.
Are we talking about getting out of the little closet or getting out of the basement? The
Little closet.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
Is everybody out?
Yeah.
I'm gonna lock the fucking door.
All right, as soon as you get out, the door shuts. Can I get a wits and
Something's here.
composure roll from everyone?
Something's here.
All right.
Nothing.
God, nothing as well.
I got 5.
Okay.
Exceptional success.
Bryn and everyone with suddenly waiting and listening. Cass, you hear footsteps. First on gravel. Then stepping onto wood. Something has just walked into the bungalow. Bryn, you hear the footsteps in the bungalow as soon as they have entered into the wood. Cass, you also hear the soft paw prints pacing in the gravel outside. Then something sits, and you just hear the soft. It's an ever so slight scratching sound that you hear. Something being dragged against wood. As the footsteps stop at the top of the stairs. You hear the soft of a hand being placed against the metal. And there's the sound of scratching again as something is dragged across it. And then very muted, you hear donk, donk, louder, donk, and louder as something is being bashed into the wall.
Maybe back into the vault. Maybe I was wrong.
And I'm gonna silently hand the revolver over to Doc.
Then suddenly, of a claw being dragged across metal. A second. And a third. Of footsteps walking away. Back onto the gravel. As something walks away from the bungalow. And Cass, you hear the rapid breathing suddenly fades as paw prints walks away with it.
He doesn't seem to remember how to use the door.
Gone.
Sorry, guys. I thought he was just gonna somehow appear in that little room. Sorry, guys.
It's all good.
I'm sorry.
What now?
Well, he doesn't seem to be able to get in here when we've locked the door, so there's that.
I guess we're staying here.
I don't know if anyone else will be able to. We should probably try to sleep. I know. But I don't think we'll be much good tomorrow if we don't. Just trying to be practical.
Well, good news is we know that if we're out in the sun, his wolf pets can't come with him. There's a positive.
I'm gonna take it right now.
So, Doc, you can get us to those springs tomorrow?
I can try. I know the way at least.
Oh, that's something. I think we should keep a guard tonight.
Yeah.
Take turns watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mind taking first watch.
All right. Get me up in a couple hours. I'll take second.
All right.
Yeah, I'll take a third.
All right. I don't mind taking it first. I mean, I'm not gonna sleep anytime soon.
All right.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to fight Bryn for it. I'm gonna just stretch out onto a cot. Put my feet up.
Bryn, please.
All right.
I
Just
I
sleep
need
at
to
some
wind
point.
down. Yeah.
Just make sure you sleep at some point, okay? It'll help your back.
Sure.
Okay.
And after a few minutes, maybe the better part of an hour, once Gareth at least believes people are asleep, he is just very quietly to himself going to begin uttering the Lord's Prayer.
Okay. Gareth, after speaking words that you have a hard time remembering the last time you did, you stay up. You hear no sounds of howling, no footsteps, no scratching. As the first watch goes by.
As it comes to the end of my watch, I'll lightly tap Cass on the shoulder. Congratulations, Tex. It's your turn.
Well, at least we survived this long.
Whole couple of hours, yeah. I'm gonna go to sleep now.
Yeah. Get some rest, I got it.
Alright.
Alright, Cass. You sit up, looking over the other three. The occasional eye going up towards the window, knowing what could potentially be outside. There are no sounds that come to you the evening aside from your companions. And eventually it is time to wake Jasper.
I will lightly shake him awake. Morning, princess.
It's morning already.
Getting there. You're up.
Alright. Get some sleep if you can.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
Once I settle into the watch, I'll take the revolver out and I'm gonna field strip it and do my best to clean it. Just make sure it's all functional.
Okay. Give me a dexterity and crafts check as you do this.
One success.
One success. Okay. As you take the revolver apart, you find that actually there was some residue that was clogging up the turning mechanism in the chamber, and or in the cylinder. And had this not been cleaned, it could have potentially misfired or jammed. Though these are reliable, revolvers being an incredibly reliable firearm, this one had gotten pretty dirty and could have been a problem.
Great.
But it is now cleaned, and the small rays of sunlight begin to come through the edges of the blocked up window as the morning on Isla Palma arrives. You will each regain 1 spent willpower point. Cass, your bashing damage is gone.
Oh, great.
What would you like to do, Jasper?
I'll kind of tuck away the revolver and start waking everybody up. Rise and shine.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bakey.
Oh, morning
I
already.
wish. Sounds
Yeah.
good. Look, I know we don't got a lot of daylight to burn, but Gareth, I'm still worried about your back.
Oh, you and me both, mate. It doesn't feel exactly eggs and bakey.
Well, I don't have the right equipment or medicine, no antibiotics or anything, but like I said, I am familiar with the plants of the island. I do have some more natural remedies. I could give it a shot. Might take some time.
You're not gonna like rub some guacamole in it or anything, are you? Like I've had this before. Like plenty of people say like, oh yeah, let me just mush up this herb or plant and stuff that in there. That'll solve it. And then I've seen people suffer amputations because they didn't just go to the bloody doctor.
Well, I am the bloody doctor, first of all. Second of all, what I have in mind might be a little more effective than guacamole.
The guacamole does sound good right now.
I mean, that's probably why they built a hotel here. They have that infamous guacamole tree.
All fair points. I'm also just in a lot of pain and very hungry.
I'll go open up a can of something. I'll go find Gareth something. What's the best thing we have? What's the nicest can of stuff?
It depends on what you consider nice.
Fruit
Um,
cocktail.
I was
Do
gonna
we
say
still
there
have-
is a lovely fruit cocktail. You got some canned pineapples, peaches. As far as something outside of the fruit variety, you have plenty of beans, both of the whole and looks like some refried as well.
Okay.
Do
You've
we
got,
still have some pull snacks?
you do still have some pool snacks.
Okay.
You have some can of sardines, and some other canned meats that might need some attention before eating, but
Okay.
Maybe skip
Well,
those.
I will, knowing that Gareth is a British person, I'm going to get beans and sardines.
Breakfast of champions.
Hell yeah.
And I'll get some pretzels. And do we have we don't have any plates or nothing. We've just been
No,
eating
you
it out of
don't.
the, yeah. I'll just bring them over to Gareth and be like, look, I don't have toast, but I figured if you put these things next to pretzels, it's a carb, right?
Take them and just very earnestly, probably one of the most earnest occasions you've seen this, smile at Bryn saying, thank you.
Yeah, man.
It's really, really very kind of you.
Hey. Yeah.
Now let's
I like
slap
your
some
smile.
guacamole on your back.
You got a good smile.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
apologize if I'm a little gastric in about half an hour.
You can ride in the back of the truck.
I might have an herb for that too.
Gross.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So with all this, Jasper, if you want to make an intelligence and medicine check.
Is this for the? I'd like to try to use the holistic awareness.
Yeah,
merits.
that's
Cool.
that'll be this.
Intelligence and medicine.
Yeah.
Sweet. Ooh, much better than last time. That's 2.
2. Okay. Yeah. Looking at the wounds that Gareth has, you've got some. You had enough materials on you for one use of this. You're gonna have to probably forage to continue to get more. But with what you had on you, you are able to apply some local herbs and Well, the gist of it is, Gareth, at the end of today, one of your lethal damages will be healed, and at the end of tomorrow, the second one will be healed.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
It's not much, but I should at least keep it from getting infected.
During the whole process, I will just grit my teeth and focus on eating beans and other ill-advised breakfast food.
It's good for you.
All right. So
lots
finishing
of protein.
Finishing up your breakfast. What's the plan?
Well, kids, anybody bring their swimsuit?
Got some diving gear. Hopefully it doesn't come to that, though.
No, we won't
Well,
need that for
I'm
hot
thinking for a
springs.
dip in the springs, right? We're gonna go hang out in the hot springs.
Never had one.
Oh, they're fine. They're nice. They're just like a natural, slightly differently smelly hot tub.
We could always swing back by the resort, see if they got a gift shop.
Oh yeah.
Well, can't smell any worse than we do right now, so.
I've been trying not to think about it.
Yeah, let's I think we should do the thing while we have daylight. I mean, that's not going to stop Big Bad and Ugly, but maybe we can figure out how to stop him or what created him or whatever.
Maybe
know.
we take a look at whatever was carved into the door before we head out.
Well,
Yeah.
obviously, I wasn't trying to think of that.
You know, it's funny you say that, like him walking around in daylight. Like, I know we saw him do it, but I don't know. Can't help but think he's let us do an awful lot of stuff. You know, like if I was an evil monster with human sacrifices on an island, I don't know that I would dilly-dally. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Let's go look at this door.
maybe he had intentions for y'all, but like you said, he clearly forgot how to use the door upstairs. Maybe he just lost his way, lost his facilities.
Becoming more of a animal than a man.
There was a
actually
moment
really
there back at the
interesting point,
hotel. I thought I got through to him, but I don't think there's much of Harrison Kendall left.
That's a really interesting point, isn't it?
I mean, why else would he? Why else would he be awake?
That has been a question I've been asking for a minute, Doc. Why are we awake? That would make a sense, wouldn't it?
Yeah, your caretaker lost his faculties.
Let's go look at that door. See if it's
Yeah.
got any writing or if it's just some scratches. I'm gonna take a big, deep breath and I'm gonna go check it.
All right. Opening up the door, stepping outside, you see 3 massive gashes, perfect lines, right next to each other. 1, 2, 3. Carved deeply into the steel.
Like in the sense of the Roman numeral?
Yes.
Cool.
Well, that
this-
looks deliberate.
Like 3 people, maybe. I also can't help but notice he got pretty deep into that.
Yeah, I
Like
don't know
maybe he
how I
could've
feel
gotten all
about.
the way through.
I don't know about coming back here tonight.
I mean, we could always go into the basement within the basement, but I don't know that I trust that either.
Truck.
Truck.
I'd say take anything you don't want left behind, just in case we don't make it back here tonight.
I'll take the hard drives with us. Because they had the key encoder changer, and I'll take the security key.
I'll grab
Oh,
a
and the
couple of cans
walkie-talkie.
I'll grab a couple of cans of food in addition to the pistol knife, flashlight, other walkie-talkie.
Yeah, some water. We'll throw it all in the back.
Yeah, I
Grab
mean,
everything.
I always have my crowbar through one of my belt loops, but I will just grab as many cans as I can carry and like just throw them into the footwells of the truck because might not be comfortable, but at least they will stay in there.
Do we still have the harpoon gun?
Yeah,
You do.
Yes, we do. I will
Oh, the
grab
diving
that
equipment.
as well. I will also
the diving
grab that.
equipment.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's grab the diving equipment.
I never really took that out of the bed of the truck. I assume it stayed there overnight.
Great.
Hopefully.
Actually, I will say Bryn had said that they took everything out of the back.
Oh,
I forgot
did.
that that was
They
in
did.
there,
Alright,
so
then-
we'll go ahead and let that be in there.
Where'd they leave the diving gear? Let's grab that.
Probably by the not far from the door. Like, we were a little busy.
And then
It's probably a little bit neat. Bryn does not know anything. I do not know anything about diving gear, so it's probably just like
rather.
sad.
And then
Quite
one
heavy.
we'll
That
take
much I do know.
Oh no, for real. Well, and we'll also take a gas canister too, so we can fill that up whenever. Because I have no idea where
yeah.
we are with gas.
With gas.
The
Just in
truck.
case. Yeah, just in case we need any for something. Who knows? I mean, the generator seems to be working, but in case we need to fill the truck or anything.
Yeah.
All right.
On to the springs.
Point me the way, Doc.
Well, it's,
Okay. So,
I think we passed the turnoff for it on the way up to the power plant.
Okay.
with the 4
Well, I'll
of you
start driving that way.
driving away from the bungalow, heading off to the hot springs to see what there is to be discovered, we're going to go ahead and end today's episode of Damned Paradise.
I'm like,
so gross.
Okay.
is a hot water demon gonna pop out of the spring?
Turn us into werewolves.
Yeah.
need a
Ladies and
taco.
gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining us this evening. We hope that you enjoyed this. If you are new here and you are enjoying the show, please consider giving us a follow. It would mean the world to us. And actually, I saw this happen, and we normally don't have a lot of show to chat interaction here due to the nature of the show, but I would like to give a quick shout out to Kunoichi Kunoichi in the chat for throwing some bits our way. So a big old thank
Oh,
you.
thank you.
Thank you.
Really
You
does mean the
absolute
world to
champion.
us.
Tavern.
Yeah.
Thank you. You're so kind.
If you would all like to join us, we are heading over to our Discord for a post-show hangout to talk about the show, talk about what went right, what went wrong, and you all, as the audience, getting to potentially award some experience to the players. In addition to that, our Discord is open to anyone. You can please join. We would love for you to be a part of our community. I would also like to give a big old shout out again to everyone for watching tonight. A thank you to all of our subscribers and a big old thank you to our patrons. These are the people who go above and beyond and support us monthly over at Patreon. If you would like to consider becoming a patron, you can check us out. You get some cool perks, including behind the scenes videos here. Currently, Gareth's backstory and how he came to be on the island
Ahoy, hoy.
is live, and Bryn and Cass's will be up here in about a week. So
Garrett's
people.
backstory might have some new context after tonight's episode.
I
Yeah.
know.
So if you want to
Yeah, mine
see
does.
what happened to Gareth, if you want to see what was going on at the docks with Cass and what was going on with Bryn in the back alleys of Sin, head on over to our
Such a
Patreon.
way to put it.
So
Back alleys of sin.
Oh, that's such a hell of a way to put it.
yeah, he got eloquent with whatever happened to him.
Yeah.
How dare you invade my weekends?
Intelligence went up before it went down.
No. Thank you all again so much. We hope that you enjoyed, and we will see you next time on. You can check out all of our other videos. Schedule will be up in the chat. You can also see below in the widgets. Thank you all. Have a great week, and we'll see you in the next episode of Damned Paradise. Bye, everyone.
To our loves.
Take care.